Shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Joshua back with another quick coffee break and a quick exhortation, man, for the brothers and sisters in the truth, right? And I just wanted to kind of come give brothers and sisters, man, a little upbeat, man, a refresher and a reminder, man, about being in this race and how cold the Most High is. Sometimes I sit and think, how funny and how cold the Most High is and how he talks and speaks with us and gets his message out. And, the Most High, of course, us being, a nation consists of Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we kind of have our own little lingo and talk and things of that nature, man. And we do a lot of similarities and with words and things of that nature, man. And that's how the Most High talks with us, because that's where we get it from ultimately, and I just kind of sit back and read when I'm reading in the scriptures, and, a couple of precepts and things of that nature. I start to see how, the Lord imputes his wisdom by giving similarities or liking something to another or explaining a certain event, but, using something else to similar or a reference to it, and how the Lord deals with it, man, and it's pretty cold. I want to get this precept real quick in Hosea real quick. Hosea chapter 12 and verse number 10, right? And it reads, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets, right? So the Lord uses similitudes when he's speaking with us, man, right? And I was sitting down reading this certain, passage, man, in 1 Corinthians, and, the Lord was, likening our journey or our walk in the truth, likening to a race. Like when you're in a track meet or whatever, you're racing and you're trying to reach a goal, man. And I just kind of like how he words things and how he talks about things and how, he gives the wisdom to his prophets to elaborate on certain situations, right? So I was reading this in 1 Corinthians. Let me get it real quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, right, in verse number 24. And it reads, Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. So the Lord said, man, this truth, is like a race, right? You're racing for a certain goal to obtain the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of the Father, right? And to receive the crown at the end and be able to hear those words, well done, my good and faithful servant, and enter into the rest, which is the kingdom, man. Ultimately, we run in this race, Salakia, to please the Most High and be accepted in his eyes, or to be able to enter into his house, right, that it may be filled, right, and cleansing ourselves in this run, right? So it says, Know ye not that ye which run a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. So, everybody's not going to win this race, man, because there's going to be those that are not prepared to finish, right? Those that have not done the proper exercise, to be able to have the stamina to keep going, right? Because he said one is going to receive that prize, right? And reading on, it says, And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things, right? So when you think about when you racing, right, you have to have a certain mannerism about yourself. You have to be calm, Salakia, cool, collected. You have to be poised. You have to be breathing correctly, taking the proper precautions, right, to not burn yourself out or be defeated in the race, man. And he says you have to strive for the mastery and be temperate in all things, right? And when you're striving for the mastery, you're working out, right? You're building up your stamina. You're learning techniques, right? And you're perfecting your form, and all these things, right? You're trying to get your time down. All these things, it's equivalent to this race, in this truth, right? You're trying to get the precepts together, understand the knowledge. You're fasting to get rid of spirits and get rid of old habits. And, you're trying to maintain pure thoughts, rather, and trying to kill off that old man and renew yourself every day, right? In this walk, you're trying to perfect yourself in the walk, in the truth, right? In the knowledge of the Lord, right? And renewing yourself in this walk. So you have to be temperate, right? And strive for the mastery to be on that top level, or the best you could possibly be in this walk, right? And it also says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. So when you see athletes in the world, and when they're working and striving for the mastery and racing and getting down to time and getting faster and things of that nature, they're doing it to obtain a corruptible crown, meaning they're trying to catch a ribbon. They want to get the medal, the trophy, just to have that status, at the end of the day, that they defeated their opponents and they won, to get a crown that's going to dissolve in time. But we, an incorruptible crown, man, something that will never be taken off of our heads and never be replaced, never come to a point to where it's in corrosion or corruption at any means, right? We do it to obtain an incorruptible crown. And it says, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so I fight, I not as one that beateth the air, right? So when you're running, you understand that you're poised, you're temperate, you have a breathing regimen, right? You understand your objective and your goal, where you're trying to reach, and you're not fighting yourself, right? So he says, imagine you running down with your hands flagging in the air, right? You heavy breathing, you rocking side to side, you're beating the air, right? You're fighting against yourself. You're adding more troubles to your effort to reach that goal than you should be. And that's like in the truth. You don't overexert or cause trouble or problems in your life. You're supposed to exude patience, right? And be temperate in all things, right? Because when you start overthinking things, right, you're constantly fighting the same demon over and over again. You're heaping problems upon yourself. You're likened unto beating the air in a race, right? And it says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself shall be a castaway, right? So remember, when you're in that race, you got to keep your body in a subjection. You got a free flow. Your hands are in correlation with your body. You're in a straight and narrow path, man. Your eyes are on the goal, man, right? So you want to keep your body in a subjection within this truth by being temperate, right? Having discernment when spirits coming around, right? Being able to equate the knowledge that you receive and add it to your day-to-day walk, instead of just reading and that's it. You're not applying anything to your life, right? So you want to be able to apply the knowledge to your life so you can, exhibit these attributes like the fruits of the spirit, having patience, long suffering, right? Being meek, gentle, having joy, all these things, right? That's keeping your body under subjection, not being angry, not lashing out, right? Not having evil communication, all these things, right? So you're keeping your body in subjection in all things, man. Because, essentially you are a warrior in this truth. You're an athlete. You're a team member, right? You're rocking for your nation. It's not only about you. It's about the nation. And, being a track star is not really only about individuals, which, you have individual, races, but it's ultimately about the team at the end. You come out with the victory, right? So you don't cause problems or troubles with yourself or others in the truth. You fight as a warrior, as a teammate, right? Perfecting yourself, Right, let me get another precept real quick. The book of 2 Timothy, right, chapter 2 and verse number 3, it says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahushua. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life," right? "That he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier." So in the world, what are you doing when you're working out? You're striving for the mastery. You're creating a better body for yourself, right? And building yourself up naturally to be able to win these races. You're doing that exact same thing in this truth, right? When you're in the world, you're not eating junk food. You're not killing yourself for sugars. You're drinking and keeping yourself full of fluids and hydrated. It's the same way in the truth. You're constantly in the living waters, man. You're constantly hydrating yourself with the truth. You're constantly eating the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. You're growing and perfecting yourself, and you're shedding off that outer layer, that extra weight that you're trying to get off, meaning that old man. You're pushing that away, right? And you're not warring with the things of this world anymore, man, right? You're not dealing with those old dirty habits anymore, right? So you can have smooth sailing, right, in the truth. Because ultimately you want to please that coach that's in the world, right? So when you're in the truth, who's the coach? Who's the ultimate coach? The Most High God. You're trying to please the Most High God so you can be accepted to enter into that rest at the end of the day, to have the victory, to receive that crown, to understand that you are on the winning team, man. That you've done all you could. You practice as hard as you could. You put in the work and the necessary hours and the things that took to build you up spiritually, mentally, physically, all these things, man. Right? To be able to win that race, man. Because, when you in the world and you look up and you get on that starting line and you hear that person over there telling you, on your mark, get set, get ready. Right? You look up in the stands, you see all the people in the crowd and they cheering you on. You got your family members and things of that nature out there, man. You want to put on a good show. You want to perform well. You want to do the best you can, right? So everybody can, quote unquote brag on you, man. Give you your ups, man. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of you, right? So let me get another precept real quick. Let's get another classic. All right. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, "Wherefore, seeing we are also compassed about with such a great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and every sin that doeth easily beset us," man. Right? So we compassed about with a crowd of great witnesses, man. Right, so you see that crowd out there, man, they cheering on your name. They ready for the race to start so they can see you perform and do well. That's the same thing in this truth, man. You have a great cloud of witnesses on a physical level. Your family, your friends, the people in the truth, they might be cheering against you, man, to see you fall, right? But guess what? You got that other crowd, those brothers and sisters in the truth cheering you on, right? And ready for you to cross that finish line. And then you also got the heavenly host, man, right? The angels, man, Yahushua, and most certainly Yahweh, man. A great cloud of witnesses and spectators that are watching and rooting you on and wanting you to cross that finish line. So it says, lay aside every weight, right? And the sin that's easily so besets you, right? So, you've been doing all that weightlifting, right? And building yourself up. Now it's time to shed that off, man, and get ready to show what you've been working hard for, right? And doing what you're supposed to do in the truth by, performing well at the end, right? So it says, lay aside that weight, man. And it says, and let us run with patience the race that's set before us, man. So that's the key, is the patience, being able to be temperate, mastering yourself in your spirit, your knowledge, being equipped with what you have and using it and applying it in your life within the race for the kingdom, man, for this truth, man, right? To enter into that rest, And that's why it's so cold, man. The Most High, man, equates certain things like things in the physical realm, man. And it's really cold blooded how the Most High does that, man. Right. And he said, you got a great cloud of witnesses, man. Those are those angels, man. Whenever you set off that sin in the world, when you start repenting, hey, man, the angels are turning up. They cheering for you in a race, man. Right. Let's get that real quick. Right. In Luke. Right. Luke 15 real quick. Right. So check this out. This is the book of Luke. Chapter 15 and verse number 7, it says, I say unto you that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth, more than over 99 and 9 just persons which need no repentance. So when one sinner is repenting, amen, the angels are turning up, man. Right? It's an uproar, right? That great cloud of witnesses, man. Those spectators that are watching you to see you win that race, man. Right? So run with patience, man. Strive for the mastery. Get temperance within yourself, man. Control every aspect of this truth and everything that is given to you. Run and don't give up, man. Right? Let me get one last precept, man. I'll close it out. Right? This is the book of Revelation, right? I'm going to get two more. This right here. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 11. It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, man. So you have to hold what you have, the knowledge, the wisdom, understanding, man. The Lord said in Isaiah 33 and 6 that wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of thy times. It's going to keep you stable in times of need, especially when the dark times are coming, man. Right? So you strive to master these things, man, in this race by having patience and continual practice and just run, man. And don't ever give up. It says, don't let no man take thy crown, man. This is what you're coming for, man, that crown. At the end of the day, you're trying to obtain an incorruptible crown, man, to enter into the rest of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? So I'm going to get this last precept, right? This last precept. This is the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. And it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to his purpose, man. Right? So the Lord said all things work together for good for those that are keeping these commandments, man. Right? And the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. But I just wanted to come in and give you a quick exhortation, man, to tell you to continue to run the race with patience, man. Right? And strive for the mastery to obtain that incorruptible crown. But with that, I'm going to say all praise and honor to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Kwam Yasha Allah, and Shalom.